equality. They say what a man can do, a woman can do better. And what a woman can do, a man already did. I didn't say that. It just happened. And do you realize that in this relationship thing, we are tailor-made to think that a man is the head, the woman is the neck, and the rest follows. But you find nowadays in our generation, we have women who can do what a man can do even more better than. We have men who can cook more than women. We have seen it. And equality does not come in terms of who is the head and who is the enemy. No, that one we respect, the head, and we follow the Christianity. But there are things in life that if you are the one who can do and it is perceived of men, you are supposed to do, because the goal is to make your relationship brighter than the rest. But people are struggling because the one who has the strength to do it is not the head of the family. So you think submission is becoming a foolish person, and you find yourself you are losing in that relationship. Why? Because of this notion of whatever a man can do, I'm not supposed to do. Let me tell you something. Your relationship is set to be doomed. Easy to express. Let me tell you something. Not everybody is easy to communicate with, but every relationship has that one person who has walls. They find it difficult to speak to anybody. And when you're in a relationship, you discover that your partner doesn't open up with you. Just know you have not hit it. You have not hit in the core of their heart. You have not entered. Why? Because they still regard you as a stranger. As much as you sleep together, there is a place that mostly ladies don't allow you to enter, because they have been damaged before. But you wonder, why is it that other couples, you find everybody is expressing themselves, their feelings? Why? It's because of one thing. You as a person, whenever your person tells you something, you start judging. You are a judge before you become, you are a lawyer, or you are a judge before you become a lawyer. You don't understand their side of the story. You are always fast to judge. So this person tends to walk in eggshells. Why? Because they don't want to be judged by you. Am I making sense? So for you to be have that easy expressions of your partner, you have to start to become a good listener. Listen first. Listen to the conclusion. Do not interject there in between, because there has to be that flow of the things, so that you can understand. Maybe it is a placement of words they have done wrong, but the end of the statement, you will understand their message. Am I making sense? Be a fast listener more than a fast talker. Tolerance. I know I'm supposed to have the ability, to accept you the way you are. No. We are destroying relationship with that term of tolerance. I am okay to accept our differences, but you should be okay to find for us to find a common ground. Because I hate these people who always repeat the same statement I have said before, that this is how I am. You being that, you are closing yourself to the availability of change. Because if you are comfortable of who you are, yet your partner is complaining of who you are, let me tell you something, that relationship is doomed to the end. Why? Because you should be in a position where you and your partner are correlating in habits, value, and behavior. But now you don't want to change because you want us to accept. How can you, for example, can you accept someone who beats you every day and tells you this is how I am? They have to give that agency, or not agency, it's agency of change. They have to show they want to change. If you they want you to relate them. So if you are those people who usually say this is how I am, let me tell you something. Don't take that meaning of this is that advantage of this is how I am, because at the end of the day you will be destroying your relationship because of that statement. Have a man. I know we talked about less of a man, but today I want us to go deeper and understand, why do people regard their man half of a man? It's because of one thing. And this thing is very dangerous in all your relationships. And if you're doing this in your relationship, please stop. Because most of us are comparing our men with what we see outside there. What you see outside there, and I told you in another vlog, it's a work of another woman. Either their mother, their partner, or their wives. So you come back in your house and you start comparing that man with the man you saw outside there. And you start calling them half of a man. And my issue is this. What have you done to make them full of a man? Because a woman was created to be a helper. That was an issue. I know nowadays, independence, it's okay, you do you. But in reality, a woman was created to be a helper. So have you helped? So the much that you have done, you have made that man a half a man. And you are now here comparing your man to other men who are full according to you. And now most of the temptation comes here. It is when you leave your half a man and you go to a man who is already full, who doesn't regard you because you didn't make them. You didn't help them anywhere. So you go cry to somewhere that you thought was okay, and now you start missing going back to your half a man. Why? Because you are not regarded there. You are not of use. And that's why most of the women are crying in their relationship. Ask yourself, why are they disregarding you? Because a man never, and it is rare, you will find a man disregarding a woman. They came with them from nothing. Loyal like a dog. I know, all of us want loyalty. Even you yourself, you want loyalty. But have you ever discovered why people are loyal to their partner? Most of us think now because we're in a relationship, you will automatically be loyal. No. Guy, I'm telling you the truth, you will be shocked. You don't become loyal because you are in a relationship. You become loyal because the relationship is beneficial. What am I getting from this relationship that I'm scared to lose, okay, if I go outside this relationship? That it is rare for me to get it outside this relationship. Look at yourself as a citizen of the country. Most of us are not prisoners because there are benefits we get from the country that if we lose them, we are done. Not that we cannot go to other countries, and that's why you see we travel to other countries and come back home. That is a relationship. But for me to be loyal in this country, it is when I discover there is something that this country is giving me that it is rare to get it outside there. Are we understanding? So ask yourself, you want a loyal person like a dog, okay? What are you bringing on the table that will make this person be loyal? What is the difference between what you are giving them and what they will be given outside there? And you will discover these people who are loyal, there is something that they have discovered that their relationship is giving them. And no matter what happens in that relationship, they are loyal like a dog. Sinking ship. Have you ever discovered that most of our relationship, we have built the best ships? Remember, it's a relationship. And these ships are so beautiful. More than the beautifulest normal ship that we know. And we still hold on to them. Do you know, even when the ship is sinking, you will discover there are passengers that usually dive into the water. Better they risk swimming out than drowning with the ship. Because the more it is getting water, the more it's becoming heavy. But most of us are still holding on to sinking ships because they are beautiful. Because we have stocked them. Because they have the best captain. But we don't know that a sinking ship cannot be saved. I'm telling you the truth. This relationship of yours, you cannot remember the last time you were happy. You got joy in your heart. You are in peace in that relationship. You cannot remember when your self-esteem was over the moon. You are courageous. You cannot remember a time that you are united. And then you're still holding on to the hope that it will float again. When will it float when it's already sinking? You are holding on that part of that relationship that has not sunk. And mostly that is usually sex. Because it's beneficial. But in reality, 90 or 95% of the thing is into it has submerged. And you think it will change? No. That one has gone. That one has gone. If it has sink, it is has sink. It's either you drown in it and you forget about your life. And you become a life of chaos, a life of crying. But holding on to a sinking ship? Bossy. Have you ever realized sometimes a character can enter you and it becomes your personality? Like, for example, you got a job, in that job they elevated you and now you are a boss. And most of the time you command a lot of people during the day. And when you go back home, you start identifying or noticing that people around you, they are fearing you. They are even fearing to have a conversation with you. With time, it grows on you that, hey, now I have become a boss in my own house. It is a dangerous thing. I'm telling you, it is a dangerous thing. The moment you cannot distinguish between office and home, it's very dangerous, because sometimes the character can enter you. That character can become your personality. And sometimes you might destroy something that you were building for a very long time. And sometimes you discover that job becomes a curse instead of blessing. Yes, you provide, but at the end of the day, the unity that that family had is now gone. Therapy. If you are single, please take yourself for therapy. If you want to be in a happy relationship later, go heal traumas. Go speak. You know, a problem once shared is a problem half solved. You will be have done yourself a favor by taking yourself. But if you are in a relationship, please do not go to therapy alone. I know therapists will have a problem today because I'm damaging their job. But at the end of the day, why are you healing alone? You are healing and then going back to someone who is hurting you again. So you are doing 1 minus 2. Okay. Am I making sense? Yes, it becomes negative. Because at the end of the day, you need to heal together. They need to know what they are doing to you to hurt you, so that they can stop. Instead of you healing and then going back and being damaged again. Comfort. Sometimes love is blind. Sometimes love is so comfortable until sometimes you are like, now I have you ever realized sometimes you a past of you long time ago, let me say long time ago, you had dreams, you had visions, you had the zeal of life. Then you got a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Look at yourself now. Do you know sometimes relationship people think it is a milestone? Do you know you can date even a madman or a mad woman? It is not a goal. It is not something to be happy about. Sometimes there are people who are in relationships and there are prisons to them. There was a time that you had dreams, you had visions, you had goals. The moment you entered in that relationship, everything ended.